In the Grand Prix standings in the 5,000, Doug Padilla is in first place and Sidney Marie is in second. The world record in this event is held by Saeed Awida. The American record is held by Sidney Marie, formerly of South Africa, now an American citizen. Sidney now lives in Rosemont, Pennsylvania with his wife, Lisa, and their 2 children. Here's the field in the men's 5,000. Doug Padilla, Thomas Wessenhager, Sidney Marie, Dietmar Milonisch, Evgeny Ignatov, John Tracy, Mauricio Gonzalez, Mark Nenow, Marcus Riffle, Steve Harris, and Paul Williams.
This race will probably be tactical. Again, there aren't any rabbits in this kind of competition. In Europe, tactics prevail.
The men's 5,000 meters, a total of 12 1/2 laps. Paul Williams of Canada moves out to set the early pace. Mauricio Gonzalez is running second. John Tracy is third. Thomas Wessenhager, Ignatov of Bulgaria. Sidney Marie is back at the end of the pack along with Doug Padilla.
And Paul Williams is taking out in the lead here. He is in very good condition. He just finished behind the Olympic champion Alberto Cova in a 10,000 meters about a week ago. So it's not as if he is a rabbit, I don't think. I think he's just out there trying to push the pace at the start because he's more of a 10,000 meter runner.
Frank, in a race of this distance, when does the real running start?
Usually the running will start somewhere with 3 laps to go. Someone who's really fit but not very fast might try to set the pace from 3 laps out, and then progressively towards the end, the faster you think you are in relation to everyone else, the more you're going to let it get down to the end of the race. But usually there's someone, Mark Nenow would be someone I would think might, with 3 laps left, take the lead, and he's now in second place.
Paul Williams continues to lead. Doug Padilla still is in last place. And we'll be back with more of the men's 5,000 meters in just a moment. This is Charlie Jones and Frank Shorter with just under 2 laps to go in the men's 5,000. Marcus Riffle of Switzerland, the Olympic silver medalist, is out in front. Thomas Wessenhager is running second. Sidney Marie is third. And Doug Padilla is now beginning to move up through the pack.
I think Doug realizes he's got to get up closer to the front. There's about 1.5 laps to go. Any chance for a world record disappeared after about 4 laps when the pace lagged. The race became tactical, and then Marcus Riffle, who's now in first place with Doug Padilla on his shoulder, the Olympic silver medalist at 5,000 meters, took the pace. And I think he realizes he's not as fast as Sidney or Doug.
So it is Riffle, Doug Padilla on his shoulder with Wessenhager, and Sidney Marie right behind him. What are the tactics here, Frank?
Now someone is waiting to see who goes first. Doug Padilla generally doesn't go first. He waits for someone else to go and then respond. Sidney Marie right now is just watching Doug. Sidney's in the blue, Doug in the red, and now Doug has taken the lead.
The bell lap, 1 lap to go in the men's 5,000 meters. Doug Padilla, Sidney Marie, Thomas Wessenhager, and moving up on the outside is Gonzalez.
But the 3 big sprinters are at the front of this group, and Doug Padilla is going to have to start doing something if he's going to get away from Sidney Marie, because Sidney's run 3:50 for the mile this year. He's run 3:29 for 1,500 meters. He should be the fastest man in the race. Doug's going to have to get away from him, and there he goes.
Mauricio Gonzalez challenged and now falls back. It's Doug Padilla, Sidney Marie, and Thomas Wessenhager, those 3 out in front.
And here comes Sidney Marie up on Doug Padilla's shoulder, coming around the turn. Let's see how Doug responds.
It is Doug Padilla, Sidney Marie, Thomas Wessenhager, then Gonzalez, and now the kick down the final straight. It is down to a 2-man race. Sidney Marie and Doug Padilla, and Padilla is out in front of Marie as they strain towards the tape. And it is Doug Padilla, Sidney Marie finishing 1-2 in the men's 5,000.
And Doug Padilla, I think, really surprised Sidney Marie. I think Sidney thought, since he's run 3:50 for the mile, 3:29 for 1,500 meters, and he's run this race in 13:01, second fastest ever, that he could outkick Doug Padilla. But for some reason, Doug is very, very fast at the end of a slow race. Watch him come onto the straightaway, and the tempo really picks up. This is where Sidney makes his bid. He says, okay, now I overtake him. He comes up on Doug a little bit, but Doug keeps driving, pushing, and right here, Sidney realizes he isn't going to make it, and Doug pulls a little bit further ahead through the finish line. Both men under 26 seconds for the last 200 meters.
And here are the official results. Doug Padilla's winning time is 13:27.79. And Doug Padilla wins the men's 5,000 Grand Prix event with a total of 63 points. And now has moved into the lead in the overall men's championship.
Here's the situation for the men's overall title. Sergei Bubka of the Soviet Union on his last attempt for a world record, 19.8 3/4 of an inch. If he makes it, he will be the overall champion. If he doesn't, Frank Shorter's with the overall champion.
Doug Padilla, here we are watching the pole vault rather than doing the interview of the winner, because if Sergei Bubka makes this height, it's his last attempt, he sets a world record, he wins the overall Grand Prix title. If he misses, you win. How do you feel?
Hey, kind of suspenseful. I've never been in a situation. It's really out of my hands.
Here he goes. All right.
What do you know?
Well, now we can congratulate you. The overall Grand Prix winner ran very, very well. Outkicked a lot of people who you might have thought are faster than you, 350 milers. Were you thinking those 350 milers might catch you?
Well, you never know. I've outkicked, I think, all of them this year, but every race is different, and you never really know. Depends on how the pace goes out and how you're feeling at the time. Any one of them is capable of coming on at the end. So I felt very fortunate to have it come out like that.
You're a worthy champion. Congratulations.